Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John Jake Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. And this time around, we gotta go on the road, and we are going to take on the UCF Golden Knights, who are having a very average season. You know, they're 3-4 with a 2-2 conference record. We are, of course, undefeated, and Lee Corso is going to be rocking with us. We have a B overall squad with a B- offense, B+ defense. We got the second best scoring offense in the country, and we got the best defense when it comes to, yards allowed per game. Meanwhile, UCF, they got a C+ overall team, C+ offense, B- defense. They're an okay team, but if we can do what we need to do, we should be able to take care of business, without too many problems. But with that being said, though, I am pumped to get this game officially underway. And if you are too, I need you guys to do me a favor. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you happen to be brand new. Shoot, even hit me up in the comments. With that being said, let's go ahead and go on the road to take on the Golden Knights. Let's get it. Alright, man, so we're out here on the field, and I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty good about this game. We already forced a 3 and out. We already have great field position, and CJ Holman's already feeling himself, man. The stats he's been putting up so far, he's been doing a pretty darn good job. Already double-digit touchdowns, and he is currently well on his way to 1,000 yards, but I mean, this offense is not all about CJ Holman. We got guys like Miami. We got guys like Derek Blue. We got a lot of good pieces on this team, and I really think we can go ahead and make a run if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot like we just did right there. 1st and 18 now because of Andy Richardson. You hate to see it. In Miami, he has to try to get rid of it, man. We couldn't, do anything there on that play. Everybody was covered. And now 2nd and 18. That's not really the place I want to be right now, but that's where we are. Jariah Bonvo doing a good job of, getting some good yards for us. At least make it 3rd and inches, which is really good considering the penalty really put us in a bad spot. So what do we only need is 1 inch, and then we'll be good to go. But then Miami gets sacked in the backfield, and we go ahead. We have to punt this football away. And, early here, we're shooting late in this first quarter. Still nobody has necessarily scored yet. Matter of fact, we're the only team that has even crossed midfield. And, I mean, you saw how that turned out, Not too fantastic whatsoever. But we get a nice hit from Chris Chai, able to come in there and disrupt that speed option. So now 2nd and 14 coming up here. McKinley, this time he's got some time in the pocket. He's going to throw it deep, and the most dangerous thing for a defensive back is if a ball is underthrown. And that was what happened to us right there. Deontay McLaurin could not find the ball in the air. And now UCF really in a position to go ahead and get the first points of this game. I thought we were going to start a little better than that, but that might not be the case. But we do get him to a 3rd and long, though. Hopefully, if we can get a sack, which we do right there. Another big hit from Chris Ty, who's already got 2 TFLs just in the first quarter alone. And, Chris Ty, that lineman was no match for him. He couldn't keep up with him. The speed and strength that Chris Ty has, along with Finn Otis as well, it's just magical to say the least. And that hit actually got them outside of field goal range. So, because of that hit, that literally saved us at least 3 points right there. And now our offense is rolling as well. Was hoping that Adam Hildeford could have held that block just a little bit longer. But that being said, that's still a pretty solid run for Miami. And we're trying to get some more yardage here before the end of the first quarter. My CJ Holman taking it out on the halfback scramble. Wanting to get a little bit more than that. We had some wide open space, but I mean, we were forced inside and the rest of the defense was able to catch up. But, I mean, that being said, it's been a really slow start for us so far, man. No one has scored yet in this game. And, you know, both of us have had opportunities to get points on the board, but we just haven't done it yet. We're going to try to get through here. 3rd and 5 coming up. Looks like man-to-man. So Miami just going to go ahead and run for it. Makes 2 separate guys miss. The cutbacks is just fantastic on Miami. That's what you get when you have a quarterback with as much speed as Miami. You know, gets them out there and, you know, can make a play for you. Even when all the receivers happen to be covered. And because of that, that also keeps the drive alive here once again. As we got a 2nd and short now coming up as Miami. He's going to look over the middle. Finds Eric Sprinkle Jr. Actually, Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. up the middle. First reception of the day. Good for 17. And now we're rolling. You know, now we got, you know, basically 1st and goal coming up here. Going to try to find the end zone here real quick. As CJ Holman picks up another gain of 7 yards. And we're drawing a little bit closer now. A couple plays later, just basically 3rd and inches. You know, Jesse Green or Miami, you know, you can take one away, but you can't take both of them away. At least 9 out of 10 as Miami scrambles into the end zone. And it's the first score of the day for Earlham. So we get ourselves up 7-0 after that one. It could get even better. 3rd and 4, McKinley out the left-hand side. That's incomplete. Dude dropped it. Not that it was going to be a first down anyways. We was holding it down. We forced the Golden Knights to take a 3-and-out punt. And when you put it in the hands of our special teams, that's a dangerous game to play because Frank Bowers, he can take it back any moment. And this could be one of those moments right here. Frank Bowers down the sideline. One man to beat, but gets dragged out at the 20-yard line. But a 55-yard return for Frank Bowers. That elite speed really showing right now. In an offense that's already pretty solid, gets a chance, you know, maybe get some quick points on the board here. That's something I would really love to do. But we're struggling a little bit right now, though. 3rd and goal coming up. Gotta make sure that we at least get some points on the board. Can't turn the ball over. And we were given as good of an opportunity that Frank Bowers gave us, but I mean, we're going to have to go ahead and settle for a field goal. Not what I wanted to do down here, but it's better than nothing. I would rather do that than maybe go for it or, you know, even like throw a turnover, you know, on the goal line. You know, that's stuff I don't want to see, but I mean, the team is playing really good overall, man. We forced another great 3-and-out on UCF, and we're trying to drive once again, man. Just going to be rocking with that 4 verts. As Miami, he's going to scramble to the outside. It's another man-to-man matchup. We got a blocker in CJ Holman who blocks for us and Miami gets us out of bounds again. Another 23-yard run. Miami with almost 50 yards on the ground already. You know, he doesn't run as much as he used to, but I mean, if everybody's covered, you know, I'm going to not force anything. I'm going to take what the defense gives us, you know, at the end of the day, man. And Miami is certainly doing that, at least for the most part, you know, really improving for the most part as a decision maker. Outside of that SMU game, you know, he's been doing a really good job of that. But as Adam Hill III almost manages to pick up another 1st down for us once again. Question is, can we punch it in the end zone? Going to try to load up the box, goal line set, and we don't get as much push as I wanted to see, but we still end up getting a 1st down. And we also have a chance to go ahead and run a little bit more time off the clock here potentially. But we get sacked in the backfield almost right away, though. And we have to use a 2nd timeout now. So we only have 1 more timeout left because we get brought down. This could be the last play, and we could end up with nothing. But instead, we'll at least end up with a touchdown, though. Jariah Bond able to go ahead and get into the end zone. And it's been another good game for us, you know, showing why, you know, maybe it's time for us to go to the Big Ten after this season. But that being said, you know, still going to be up 17-0, though. And what's great about it as well is we get the ball to start the second half as well. And look what they do. They give the ball to Frank Bowers once again. And they're going to mess up in the worst way. Frank Bowers down the sideline. One person might be able to get to him, but he misses as well. And Frank Bowers able to go in and get a 103-yard touchdown. Frank Bowers not messing around whatsoever. And we're just deflating this crowd right now. It's been silent. You know, we know how to handle ourselves, given we went into Nipper Stadium and silenced them too. But, I mean, these Golden Knights, man, they're not going to go down without a fight. They do manage to get a first down right there. But let's see if they can string something together, though, as McKinley throws over the middle and finds George Lewis for a gain of 5. It's his first catch of the day. Not a bad play whatsoever. As now, 2nd and 5 coming up. We got the box, definitely cleared up. And Justin Burden comes down and barrels that poor running back. He never stood a chance. I'm going to miss Justin Burden, man. He is going to be missed. He is a star for our defense. And if you can't tell that they're a little nervous, that they're a little bit rattled, they have a false start on that offensive line. Usually it happens more often to the road team, but if it's not hard enough already, not a single 3rd down conversion yet. And we made the 3rd down attempt even longer. Not a good look. As Smith somehow comes down with that catch. That was really tight coverage. But you know what? We got the stop on defense. So I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to even worry about it. We get the ball back once again. Let's see if we can get some more points on the board. I'm really trying to pour it on right now. As Jariah Bond makes a quick catch over the middle and picks up a gain of 6. So now a 2nd and 4 now coming up here. Going to switch it out to the read option. Going to try to go with Miami, who's going to take it upfield. Tries to make a man miss, but nice arm tackle, though, in the open space. And it's another first down for Earlham. We're taking a little bit of a different approach now. Going a little bit more run heavy this time around as CJ Holman ends up picking up another first down here on the ground. He actually didn't get as many carries as he usually gets. And hasn't even been that much of an impact compared to what he usually is. But I'll tell you what, CJ Holman, he's really starting to feel himself now. He is starting to warm up. He hasn't really had like any home run hits necessarily through the course of his season, but the type of guy that will come in and at least get you like 5 to 8 yards every run. And I'll take that consistency for sure. Grind this team down slowly but surely. As they're facing a 3rd and short coming up here is Miami looking around, gonna go ahead and run it out of bounds, but he's gonna pick up a ton of yards here again. They're going with that man-to-man. They're not trying to get beat deep, but they're not putting a man on Miami, or that man is not doing enough, because, Miami's just able to run free, and so is CJ Holman as well. He picks up another touchdown, his first touchdown on the day going on the ground, and it's now 31-0 here in this 3rd quarter. It has been ugly yet again for them, and for the most part, the Golden Knights, they have not had an answer all day today. They cannot deal with our defensive intensity. But they are starting to get some first downs. They got a first down on the last drive that they have. And they're going to get a first down here as well. As Doug Rogers ends up getting a shot taken from Justin Burden. But he still hangs on and makes the catch. It's now 1st and 10. McKinley throwing over the middle again. Heard the footsteps of Chris Ty, because he actually went back into coverage and drops the pass as a result of it. So now a 2nd and 10 coming up. McKinley dropping back, facing some pressure, and it's another drop. It does not help when, the pocket was clean for him for the most part, but now his receivers just aren't making a play. Now on a 5-wide set, going to try to pick up the first down. They do end up getting it, finding the soft spot in our zone. Jared Webb able to go ahead and pick up the first down for us. But a few plays later, doing another 3rd down once again. 3rd and 11 this time. Only 1 for 7 on 3rd down conversions, as Stewart is nowhere close to the marker, as Deontay McLaurin brings him down once again. And, UCF, they got to punt this football away once more. And, I'm thinking what I'm going to do at this point, we're doing what we need to do, man. We are showing that we're a pretty good team. We're showing that we're a top 10 team in the nation, straight up and down, depending on what happens in this drive, I might go ahead and get the backups in because, I mean, it's embarrassing at this point, you know, how easy we're making it look, you know. And this is the same sliders that we had in Season 1. Remember, if y'all remember Season 1, we was getting our ass beat, but now we got our guys, you know, now we got the system going, you know, got some experience everywhere. You know, we're borderline unstoppable right now, at least in this conference, you know. Now, if we move up to the Big Ten next season, you know, if we do decide to have a season number 6, you know, we'll have to wait and see what we end up doing with that. But, I mean, it's good that, like, we've had plenty of games where we can go in and we can get plenty of our backups, plenty of time, you know, in some of these games because, I mean, we're losing quite a few starters next season. You know, we're going to need some guys next year to step up, but for right now, I'm just trying to enjoy the moment, you know, trying to enjoy, you know, what this team is doing right now. That's a beautiful throw by Miami. That, you know, he had to go for the progressions there because his first and second option was definitely covered there on that play, but he stayed patient, didn't try to run away that time around, you know, had guys open and, you know, able to get himself another first down as a result of it. As CJ Holman continues to have himself a great day. He now has 100 yards on the ground. As Miami looking to the right-hand side, gets to Jakeem Short. There was triple coverage on that side of the field, but, I mean, Jakeem Short, how he's able to run his routes, you know, able to find a way to get open, even in times where maybe it shouldn't be necessarily possible for him to get open, right? But I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. We get into the fourth quarter now, you know, just waiting to see what's going to happen here as CJ almost gets himself in the end zone. I thought he was going to have it, but, you know, might have to wait just one more play, you know, do another read option. You know, if it's not broke, you know, why fix it? You know, they haven't stopped it all day, so we're going to keep it going until they make that adjustment, and Miami's going to go into the end zone. It's another touchdown for Earlham, and after that, we just pulled it out. We got the backups in, and we get another big win as a result of it, man. We win this game by a final score of 38-0. I'm telling you, this team is special, man. This team, we got some guys up in every position. Special teams looks great. Offense looks great. Defense looks phenomenal as well. When you pitch a shutout, even with backups coming in, you know you're good. So another great effort for us out here, man, as we went out there and, you know, we didn't take UCF for granted. We played exactly how we wanted to go about playing. We didn't force any turnovers, but that being said, UCF only managed to get 8 first downs the entire ball game, home to 183 yards offense. They barely got any yards on the ground, which I love to see. 1 for 11 on third down conversions. I love to absolutely see that. We end up with over 600 yards on the day, though, you know, compared to UCF's 212 yards, and we also won the time of possession battle, so that's something that I also really like to see. Checking out the stats for our fellows, though, and once again, we had the opportunity to go ahead and get the backups in. Never can say no to backup experience when the opportunity arises. Miami wasn't too bad when he played out there. 13 for 19, 141 yards, and a tub. CJ Patton did come into the game during the fourth quarter and was 1 for 4 for 13 yards. For the ground game, though, it was the CJ Holman show for the most part. He ended up getting over 100 yards on the ground before we pulled him. He ended up with 17 carries for 107 yards and a tub. Jesse Green off the bench had a pretty nice day as well, 14 for 88. And then Miami Uiagalelei, 9 carries, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. That means he had 3 total touchdowns on the day. For the receivers, Jariah Bond had the most receptions among all Earlham receivers and was the only wide receiver to catch a touchdown pass. He had 5 catches for 38 yards and a tub. Adam Hill III, though, led the team in yards, so he ended up with 3 catches for 44 yards. For the offensive line, once again, it is just an absolute animal. Nate Coleman with 3 pancakes. Lionel Williams with 2 pancakes. Jeremy Norton with 2 pancakes. Josiah James, John Bird, Ronaldo Booker, Xavier Robinson. Even Robert Price Jr. got into the act. He's a receiving tight end, and he laid some people out. The progression for this offensive line has been absolutely phenomenal, and it's something that I really like to see. For the defense didn't really have to do too much of anything, you know. We kept them off the field for the most part. I mean, Nate Hunt and Josh Brown led the team in tackles, but even then, you know, they each only had 5 tackles on the day, 3 TFLs combined. Justin Burton wasn't too far behind either, ended up with 4 total tackles with a TFL. Now, that being said, we did not force any turnovers during the course of this game, but one thing that we did manage to get done is we got to his quarterback a couple of times, particularly Chris Ty, who is really coming to his own. Had 2 sacks on the day, 3 TFLs, and 3 tackles on the day as well. Great performance by our defense. Always feels good when you're able to get a shutout. So we move on to next week as we get ready to go against our next opponent and see where we are now. We are now ranked number 4 in the nation. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the highest rankings that we've had in school history to this point. Only 3 teams separate us from greatness: Michigan, Notre Dame, Mount St. Joseph is even in there too. They're undefeated as well. I know we're better than them, that's for damn sure, but I mean, shoot, we're the only 4 undefeated teams left. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how it comes down at the end of the season, but we can't worry about what these other teams are doing right now. We just got to focus on ourselves. And next episode, we do return home. We play against Southern Florida to play against the Bulls, who haven't won a single conference game yet, but I mean, I don't want to take anybody for granted. I want to keep our foot on the pedal. So it's going to be a really good one, man. So make sure you smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you have to be brand new. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off, but hoping you're all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.